art that is Xander Rhodes herself that's so remarkable. But she's also designed opera in San Diego, and she designs terrazzo, little mosaics for poolside things. That, of course, is part of her San Diego life, and also out in the Middle East and so on and so forth. She really is quite amazing. I sometimes wonder. I'm amazed at how she does it. She travels back and forth, all these sorts of things. So I've known Xander for years, just through work. But I've got to know her better because I've just written 3,000 words on her, so I had to interview her. And honest to God, if whatever it is she's on, I want to know. I mean, she's just got this extraordinary creative energy. Mm-hmm. And down below what she's wearing, she wears a electrician's belt with all of her equipment. And she strides around this, she's a worker. She really is a worker. It's a real lesson in how people get on. But one of the other influences about her, which is embodied in that drawing, is that in 1971, thinking of that Japanese connection and influence, she started using Japanese watercolor pens, which now become sort of marking pens everybody uses, and some of her assistants use marking pens. But it was her adoption of that technique, again adopting an ancient other culture technique for drawing, that really changed everything. And you can see I say Joanne there. That's Joanne Stabb, who was teaching at Davis from 1968 onwards, and who has consistently remarked on, because Joanne had trained in fashion illustration at UCLA and had her MA from there, and she'd gone back east and gone to the Toby Colburn School of Fashion. Won't be known to you, but it was the Toby was the first great fashion prediction service. I went to Paris and brought all the stuff back and whatever. And I wouldn't have known it, but what's really interesting talking to Joanne is she said it was a liberation of this technique, because everybody up till then was using ink to draw fashion. It was all ink. And you had to be very careful because the slightest splodge, it didn't dry quickly. And you had to be very careful about the way you made these lines. Whereas with the medium that Xander used, you could just make that free-flowing mark, and it was essentially dry by the time you took your little brush off the paper. And Joanne says it just transformed everything completely, because you could start thinking differently, you could start expressing yourself in different ways.